We're rolling. Today is April 10th,
Friday.
2015. We're here in Sun City, West Arizona. We have a World War II veteran who would like to recall his history today. And he was very involved in the European theater. We'd like you to meet Hugo. What we're going to do is go through everything from the beginning, where you were born. If you could tell us your full name and where you're from and everything, Hugo.
Surely. Say when.
Go ahead.
Oh, first name is Hugo, H-U-G-O. Middle name is Aldo, A-L-D-O. Last name is Tringali, T-R-I-N-G-A-L-I. I was born January 8, 1925 in Brooklyn, New York, as the first son of Italian immigrants from Italy. My father's first name is Dominic. My mother's first name is Mamie. Her maiden name was Corbino before marrying in Brooklyn, New York. When I was a little boy, as a child I should say, we moved up to Yonkers, New York, Westchester County, which is out of the city somewhat, and I grew up there as a child and also graduated from Yonkers High School, class of June 1943. The war had broken out. The Japanese had bombed Pearl Harbor about 1.5 years prior to my graduation. That is when I was a junior in high school, but I was only 17 years old at the time, and when we graduated 1.5 years later, everybody was drafted who was physically fit. I remember our counselor called us all into an assembly just somewhat during our senior year, and told all the boys who were 18 or over as of June 1943 and physically fit, do not bother coming to me to ask about which college you are going to select, because your career after high school graduation is already set. It will be into the U.S. military service, where we will all be inducted unless we had physical disabilities. I was inducted into the Army July 10th, give or take a day or two, at 1943, about 2 weeks or so after high school graduation from Yonkers High School. From induction, we were sent to Camp Upton in Long Island, New York, for a short selection stay, and we were selected according to our testing and abilities and other personal character. I was sent to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, to study radio operation, field artillery, and range finding, and the Morse code, which no longer is in existence. I was trained as a communications man, and therefore we had a 17-week basic training session, and then from there we were prepared to join a mother outfit, which would be an Army unit overseas.
Do you know why you were chosen for that duty, for that assignment?
Yes, we were given testing. We were tested for various abilities, and I had what we called at the time a high audio ability, to be able to listen and pick out very accurate radio signals, which is why they gave us the Morse code, why they taught us, the Morse code, and put me into radio, and also a mathematical ability to be able to do range finding and also calculations on artillery measurements. That's basically why we were selected for that particular training. That was called basic artillery training.
And what weapons did you qualify under basic training?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
What weapons did you qualify in basic training under?
Oh, we only had one weapon at the time, and that was the little 30 caliber carbine, not the Garand rifle, which was the basic infantry rifle, but the carbine. And we seldom used it because if we were going to be training with cannons, we never expected the enemy to get that close to us. And also we were surrounded, would have been surrounded by infantrymen, and they would do the bullet shooting, whereas we were firing the cannons.
Okay.
So we were not trained very accurate, very authentically. Excuse me, just a minute. Just a minute.